So Sergio Perez's 2022 season was mixed. He picked up 2 wins and multiple podiums throughout the year, although for most of the season he was off the pace of teammate Max Verstappen. And the season did end with tension in the Red Bull camp after Verstappen refused the team order to let Perez pass him in Brazil. And now it looks like Red Bull do have some bad news for Perez. But before we begin, if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Formula 1 content, and you can follow me on Twitter at James_Formula1 and there'll be a link in the description. Now this year Pirelli introduced 18-inch tyres that were designed to allow drivers to push harder for longer. Now during Perez's career he has been very good at preserving tyre life, and this has no doubt helped him pick up good results over the years. But in 2022 it looked like Max had the upper hand in managing his tyres. I mean, take the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix for example. Verstappen was driving dominantly out in front on a one-stop strategy as he looked after his tyres, while Perez was forced into a 2-stop due to degradation. And this ultimately hindered his chances of beating Charles Leclerc that race to take P2 in the drivers' standings. Now speaking about tyre life, Perez did admit that he had struggled more with this year's Pirelli tyre. He was quoted by motorsport.com as saying, "I struggled a bit with these tyres this year, in terms of managing the tyres in the race, so hopefully that can be something we will improve." Now Red Bull team boss Christian Horner said the slightest setup misstep can have a dramatic impact on tyre life. He said, "You can be a click of front wing out, a bit of ride height, or a small amount of mechanical balance, and it can have a dramatic effect on your tyre life." Now while Perez doesn't have the outright speed of Verstappen, he does need to try and learn these new tyres. I mean, Ferrari and Mercedes could come out very strong next year as well as Red Bull, so getting better at preserving these new tyres may actually help him in achieving results needed to beat rivals. Now if you look at the season, I think it's fair to say that in the first few rounds Perez was a lot closer to Verstappen, but as the season progressed, Perez just wasn't able to keep up with Max, who went on to take 15 wins during the year. Now I think this is in part due to how the RB18 became much lighter over the course of the season. This was essential for Red Bull to do given they were overweight, and it seemed to help Max find a sweet spot with the car. I mean, this new era of cars have been less pointy on the nose, which isn't necessarily how Max likes to drive. But new upgrades may have helped Max find more of that front end bite which he prefers. Now despite Perez struggling to match Verstappen over the course of the season, he did play his part in Red Bull taking the Constructors' title with 2 race wins and a further 9 podium finishes. But as I said, he was too often off the pace of Verstappen, and Red Bull team advisor Dr. Helmut Marko doesn't see that changing anytime soon. He was quoted by Bild as saying, "Sergio can certainly win a race or two, but at the moment I don't see that he can challenge Max for a whole season. In general, I don't see that anyone with the same prerequisites can currently do this." Now Perez has often played the number 2 role to Max, and I could see that continuing in 2023. Despite what happened in Brazil and things becoming heated between the two drivers, I don't think Perez would defy a team order like Verstappen did. I mean, if you remember the Spanish Grand Prix, Perez didn't sound happy at all about having to move over for Max, but ended up doing so anyway. But while I think it will be tough for Perez to beat Max, I couldn't see him consistently underperforming, and I do think he'd help the team get good results in their fight for the Constructors' title. But given Daniel Ricciardo has now joined the team as a 3rd driver, for me I think that does put a bit of extra pressure on Perez to perform, because if he doesn't, I think it's possible Ricciardo could replace him in the future. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care, bye.